All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarasu said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasu Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is, not just only the Sarasu Seti, General Seti YouTube page, dynamic information on both pages, very unique information on both pages. You need to subscribe to both. You also got King Seti. Subscribe immediately. Don't hesitate. We got memberships for both General Seti and Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page with exclusive material strictly for the membership, and you most definitely want that. All you have to do is click the link right there in the chat. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Soon Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasu Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. Get over there, check out that catalog, get you something nice, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University. We talking about over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. Olmeca Voyages of the Nile. We touching on some of that tonight. In ancient America, we also got when Egypt ruled the earth, the global Kushite Empire. We got the black woman is God, the making of the white man, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Islam exposed. We got hip hop occult, black Illuminati. Man, we even got the false teachings of the Medu Netta. It's so many that it'll blow your mind. And it's the most advanced videos under each subject. So it's just no losing. You wouldn't, it'll blow your mind how much information is there waiting on you. You should become a member today. Click the link and begin to think. Everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never calm. Man, we got that fire on. Patreon is dropping tomorrow. The Phoenicians, the true African inhabitants of Israel and Palestine, what they fighting over today in the ancient annals of history. It's a documented fact that we are the sovereign rulers, indigenous native population of the land, been taken from us like many other land masses. And we have to know these things because we are also spiritually and connected to the land. Many of our ancestors is in the soil. So it ain't like you can say, oh, but your ancestors is in the soil. So there's a spiritual energy that is emitting from these lands that causes us to vibrate at a much higher level than just land masses where our people are not in the soil. So you most definitely want to connect. Also, the Etruscans, the African founders of ancient Greece and Rome, mind blowing that they don't talk about the Etruscans like they should. They talk about the Romans because the Romans is really when white people got access to the civilization. That's why they promote it. The reason why they don't promote the Etruscans because it's heavily influenced by African people. And also you got the 30,000-year worship of the black goddess in Europe, ancient Egyptian gods in the Star Trek movie, and we got Narmer, the first king of Egypt, the king who started it all. So we got some fire up there on Patreon right now. You need to go get that work, family. And to all those that donated to the general, I thank you. I appreciate you for the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family would like to donate to the hard working general. The link is right there on the screen. It's in the video description. Is in the chat. Click it, donate. I thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you again. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. And so we talking about it. We continuing on. Is America the Atlantis of ancient mythology and legend? And a lot of people want it to be, because it's a need. You have to, if Africa is the home, and a lot of people don't want to say that it's the home. And some, a lot of people want to say that we manifested in all areas of the planet at the same time. And, if that be so, then it would seem that, our development would be, kind of parallel. When you look at the monuments, it would be parallel. I mean, anybody looking at the Great Pyramids of Egypt know it would take more time in developing the sciences and arts to build it than it would take to build a mound. And Africans got mounds. So I don't want nobody to take that as a dig, because it's not a dig. This is all about spirituality at the end of the day. You can have big monuments and megaliths and they just like they say, be, white sepulchres with nothing but dead man bones. It don't mean nothing. But in this sense, is the development in even the spiritual sense. And so, because the pyramid is also a chart, a chart of the stars, the chart of of the afterlife. It is the highest development even spiritually for our people, because our people continue to go deeper and deeper into the cosmos to explain the unknown. So I mean, it's a dilemma for people to say that we manifested all at the same time. Can't be. If we did, then the ones in Africa developed to a higher level of science and arts and sciences. It's just a fact. It's just, you just make the comparison. And so, in order for them to have manifested on a higher level, they would have had to been, dealing with the sciences much longer. That's just common sense. That don't take away nothing from our people, wherever they went. They left, a legacy that's mind blowing. It don't take nothing. Yeah, you could go and I've seen the pyramids in Egypt and all, and the temple. But when I went to Mexico, I was still in awe. I was still in reverence of what our people did there. It don't take away from that. It don't take away from that at all. So, but a lot of people, they just, it's a need to disconnect from Africa. And when you look at it, it's just like across the board. It's like every religion, every organization in the world got something negative to say about Egypt. That should tell you something about Africa in general. I don't know one organization that really says something good about Egypt in Africa. They all curse. I don't give a goddamn if it's the Old Testament, Judaism. I don't give a goddamn if it's the New Testament, Christianity. I don't give a goddamn if it's Islam. I don't give a fuck what ideology it is. They all speak down on Africa or away from Africa, being primary, and so now, even when we talking about this Atlantis, and I hear people, they bring up, Florida, they bring up Southern United States, and it still don't explain the animals. When you talk about the Garden of Eden, see, it just, and I'm gonna tell you now, it's some, see, I noticed, and I'm gonna get into this. They tried to, focus on Iraq and say, oh, the Euphrates, and this is not anything. But that hasn't. no one said that the Garden of Eden was in the Euphrates. See, I noticed that. See, that's them Khazars that tried to take the Garden of Eden out of because the Bible say Ethiopia. I never heard the guy when I listened to the guy. He's a white boy, and he was talking about that that America, primarily Florida, was the Garden of Eden, and that the Gulf of Mexico is the Fertile Crescent. And then you got this the Mississippi being the Nile, and so on and so forth. But when you read the story, see now, Florida is much more tropical than Iraq. You see, but now when you weigh it against Africa, that's something totally different. Florida is not more tropical and again is unparalleled in the world. I'm not gonna say that it's in the tropical region. So anywhere in the damn tropics is gonna be lush. It's gonna be like a paradise. And some more so than others. Some more so than others. But when you get in that certain area, has no iron or blacksmiths. That's true. Break it down then. We already know. We already know. This is just, people trying, they've always tried to, figure out a way to give some landmass supremacy over Africa. And that's really what they was doing when they came up with when the occultists came up with the Atlantis. Even though Plato got the concept from the Egyptians. And you ain't never heard everything else is something somebody didn't interpret onto it. Nobody would even know about Atlantis if it wasn't for the Egyptians telling Plato. Okay. And so everything else again is conjecture. But even when you look at the Garden of Eden, when you look at the animals, it's just no doubt. I mean, damn near every animal. Africa has the most animals in the world, especially of great note. And I looked it up. It's not even close. Africa got more fish. The thing is, and you talk, and so when you talking about fresh water, you got them Great Lakes in Africa, them Great Lakes, largest outside of the Great Lakes in Michigan, the Great Lake, fresh water lakes that's coming, in Africa, right next to the tropical rainforest. That's another thing. When you go into that tropical rainforest, man, you got tens of thousands. You talking about matter of fact, let's go into this. I want time. And we'll just stop as this guy going through. He's just doing a shorter rendition of this white boy. I think it's called Old World Florida or something. And so you got this. He's talking this Eden and Atlantis, and so let's go on and drop this in here. Yeah, thank you, family. Let's drop this on in here.
The Gulf of Mexico is the true Fertile Crescent. I'm gonna say it again, just in case there was some.
How that sound? Let me know how it sound, family.
The true Fertile Crescent.
Is it sounding pretty good?
The Fertile Crescent spoken of in the Holy Bible, the Helios Biblios, that's in Mexico. This is where you have the authentic cradle of civilization. This region of the earth, mistakenly referred to as the Fertile Crescent, is neither fertile nor either is it shaped like a crescent. Together, Iraq, Syria, and Jordan possess some of the most desolate lands known to man. These regions are extremely arid and was equally arid 6,000 years ago. regardless of how well the river valleys were irrigated, dependence on irrigation alone rules out Mesopotamia's candidacy for the true biblical paradise known as Eden, or the Fertile Crescent. Because land suitable for farming was and is sparse, and the fresh water over there is even sparser. The area known as Kurdistan is the only area found near this alleged cradle of civilization that is remotely fertile. It has some scenic green highlands, however, due to the frequent freezing temperatures, the lands were and are uninhabitable. Come on, man. Some of the mountain peaks there snow year round. This is contradicting the paradise of Eden. The paradise of Eden displays a distinctively subtropical climate. This is why you see in the story of Adam and Eve, they don't wear no clothes. Because of the tropics. They in the tropics, y'all. They was in the tropics. That's why they was in their birthday suit. This is not tropical land.
But see the thing, wait a minute, let me pause there. See the thing, what they're not doing. See, they going with that Khazar theory that Eden is in when they say Kush or they say Ethiopia, they're trying to talk of, the Nimrod Kush. Nimrod founded Mesopotamia in the Bible. And so that's what they trying to take it, even though even in the Bible, Nimrod was the son of Cush. You can't put Nimrod before the father. Okay. And so the father was in Africa. You don't hear this guy talking shit about Africa because he know that don't work. He's talking about Iraq. He's talking about, some fucking desert. You know what I'm saying? But when you come into Africa, that don't work. Now I'm gonna tell you the thing about when you in Egypt, when you in Africa, man, the feel, the energy there is off the meter. Nigga, you in something, you in the Holy Land. There's no mistaking it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even a feel. I ain't never felt nothing like that nowhere in the United States. Nowhere. You're not going, when you step in, that, hundreds of thousands, millions of years of energy have flowed through this land. So it's something totally different. So when you speak to the text, it says that Ethiopia. Now, what they do, they try to go in there and they lie too about the Nile. They say it's only 2 branches of the Nile, which is a lie. God damn it, there's so many branches of the Nile, it's ridiculous. Okay, 4, you can, you got that one, they try to talk about the 4, they trying to talk about, what's up, family? They ain't letting you know. I don't know why. I don't know why they doing that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to keep the upcoming live streams up there a lot earlier because I kind of popped these in, at the spur of the moment. I had a couple left over from yesterday, and if you don't delete them out of there, I don't know if it kind of fuck with how they sending the notifications out or whatever. But man, it's just the fact that okay, this guy, I was listening to the guy, he was talking about these 28 trees that's in the Bible, 28, and they say they found 27, and he said they came for Black Power. You see, they didn't found 27 in Florida or something like that. But the reality is when you go into that rainforest, man, it's tens of thousands of different variation of trees and vegetation and herbs. You see, just in the rainforest. Just in the rainforest. And when you look at life and when you see life, not just, human life, you talking about animal life, you talking about, now it's other areas in it, but they don't have everything. See, Africa has everything. It got the freshwater lakes, and Africa has more fish than any other continent. It has more varieties of fish. You see what I'm saying? It has more, when you go to the goddamn zoo, you going to see, you got a couple of animals in other parts of the world that you might want to see. Asia, if I think of Asia, I think of the tiger. I think of maybe the panda bear. The tiger, the panda bear. That's about it. When you talk about they top that people might want to see, the tiger. But when you go to the zoo, you want to see all the African elephants. You want to see the elephant. You want to see the rhinoceros. You want to see the cheetah. You want to see the lion. You want to see the leopard. You feel me? You want to see the giraffe. You want to see the zebra. You want to see all of them them exquisite, the gorilla, the silverback gorillas. You want to see all of that. You want to see all of that, family. And so there's no competing with that. So when you look at just human life, you seeing the development of just monuments and technology along with the people. It's just, I don't see how people even confused about it. I don't even see how people is confused about it, because no other place has everything. It just has everything. You go in any other land, man. Now, when you come to the Americas, you just got to be real. You got the Jaguar. You got the Jaguar. That's about it. You got the alligator, but you got alligators and crocodiles on every, but the ones in Asia is the biggest. I will say that. The motherfucking salt water, but that Nile crocodile ain't no damn joke. And they say that motherfucking Nile crocodile is more vicious too. You know what I'm saying? So that salty, that salty saltwater crocodile might be bigger, but that Nile crocodile might chew his ass up. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, you got much more variation of life in Africa. And when you see and you look at the Asians, whatever it is, whether it's the Asian elephant, if you look at the Asian rhinoceros, if you look at the Asian, you can see that they're less than the original, which is the African. I seen that they even got an Asian cheetah. He's smaller than the African cheetah. The Asian leopard is smaller than the African leopard. The Asian lion, and you got lions and not many though. Yeah, I think you got them in that one forest in I think it's the Gir forest in India. The Asian lion is smaller than the African lion. The Asian elephant is smaller than the African elephant. You know what I'm saying? And they man, they look funny looking. When you look at that damn even that damn Asian rhinoceros, that motherfucker look funny looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. So you can see how the animals, when they went into Asia, that Asia ain't got as much food. You know what I'm saying? When you look at them goddamn, when I was watching like certain shows like Yeah, all of that. Ain't no getting away from that. You know, look, ain't no getting away from Africa. You know, and you talking about, I mean, just the food alone. I mean, goddamn, just imagine, you know, them cats over there, they ain't got the type of, I mean, look how many different type of animals is in Africa. So, I mean, they eating good than a motherfucker over there. You know what I'm saying? They eating good than a motherfucker. They eating good. You know, they ain't, you know, but certain areas, they ain't eating that goddamn good. They're farmed animals. They do. That goddamn rhinoceros in Asia, man, that motherfucker look like he been pieced together or something. You know, it don't look, you know, and then you got the hippopotamus. I didn't even mention the hippopotamus. You got the hippopotamus, you got the gorilla, you got the rhinoceros, you got the giraffe, you got the elephant. Africa got the largest animals in the world. Asia got a few. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. But ain't no getting away from that. Ain't no getting away from that. Got more fish. I said that when you go into them Great Lakes region. So imagine that you got fresh water and you got more fish in them lakes, and you got about 6 lakes, freshwater lakes. You got you know, we all know these is criminally renamed. Lake Victoria, Albert. Don't pay that shit no mind. You got Tanganyika, Kivu, Malawi. You got Malawi, Kivu, Albert, Victoria. I think you got Edward. The hyenas too. The hyenas, they got hyenas in Asia, and that ones in Africa is bigger. So that right there speak for itself. When they went into Asia, they got smaller. That's just the reality. They don't. When you look at that African elephant, that male elephant, man, his ears is long. He's a handsome animal. His tusk is longer. But you look at that Asian, he got that big dumbass forehead and shit. You know, his ears is short. He got that big dumbass forehead. His tusk is shorter. And so they saying that the African elephant is about 2 to 3 tons, maybe 4 tons larger than, he's taller. His legs are bigger. His legs are bigger. His tusk is taller. His ears are bigger. It just is what it is. And they say, God damn it, if an African lion run up on the Asian lion, that motherfucker is food. They'll kill that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That African lion is on a savannah fighting all day, every day. He's battling and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's out there running, and you know, where the Asian lion ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? They kill, but they ain't battling no other. You know, you got to battle hyenas and for your food. You got to take your shit and go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight. You know, you got to fight to get shit in Africa. So you really got to be at the top of your game. And so, but that's just enough for me. I don't have to, but you know, I see what people are trying to do. And of course, when our people came here, they could see that, you know, that Gulf of what they call America today, Gulf of Mexico, is the tropical region of the North American continent. So of course they settled there. And so I mean that would be the right thing for them to do. Food is tropical. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's hot than a motherfucker. It's hot. Man, shit, when I was in Egypt, man, we was getting up at goddamn 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. We was leaving at 7. We were trying to leave by 7 to get to where we was going. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, I mean, even when we woke up, shit, at 7 o'clock, it was already like 85 degrees. You know what I'm saying? It was about 85 degrees when you woke up at 7 o'clock. But shit, you get out into that goddamn, you know, you get out in certain parts of that damn desert. and shit. And man, it'd be 120 some degrees easy. You know, it'd be 120 degrees, but as soon as you get back on that Nile, it's you tight. You got the breeze. You know what I'm saying? That's all you had to do is go to the Nile, and then at night it's a totally different thing. You know what I'm saying? When it started, you know, the sun, you most definitely in paradise. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no damn doubt about it. But anyway, you know, this is, you know, they not see, they leaving Africa out because they don't want to have to explain Africa. You know, and I didn't heard them talk about, yeah, they bring you right on over the Gulf. But that's, you know what, the old Mex was looking to that Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America. That's where the heads was looking. They was looking back towards the Gulf. You know, so it is some energy there. Now, I ain't gonna lie. It's some energy on this planet. And it's most definitely what they call one of those, you know, energy zones, energy center. You got the Bermuda Triangle right there at the doorway of, you know, the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of America. So you got energy right there. Soon as you come into the Gulf, and then you got the Gulf Stream, which is one of the most powerful streams on the planet that'll bring you straight from Africa right into the Gulf of Mexico. It's gonna come right in. It'll bring you right into the Gulf of Mexico. And so, I mean, that's very powerful ley line energy. But you got the ley line, and you got something else too. Is you got the because the ley line is when they cross. But then you got them when they cross, it's called something. I got to go in and break it down. Yeah, Omeka. That's right. The Gulf of Omeka. That's what I always call it. That's right. But no, I ain't never been to Ghana yet. No, I ain't never been. Hope to get there one day though. I'll get there. No, it's called, and then let me see what it's called. Vortex. It's called a vortex. That's what it's called. A vortex. Yeah, vortex. Yeah. The ley line is a place lines, I believe, like where you get two ley lines that cross. I believe when they cross, you be having. I believe that's where you have a vortex. Yeah, intersections of ley lines. Yeah. So it's it's an intersection. When the ley lines cross, you know, you'll have a vortex, and the energy will be concentrated. America, the Atlantis of energy and legend, uh, is you know, it could very well be one of the areas of great note. But I do believe that as far as any area having ancient science that, you know, was similar to this mythology that they talking about only in the Nile Valley, is where you're going to see the most advanced state of that technology. I don't believe that you can see it nowhere else on the planet. I believe all the cards come together in the motherland. That's just me. And I do believe that there are colonies across the globe that have produced magnificent, mind-blowing creation themselves. I don't take nothing away. That's why I study all the great civilizations. I don't study just one, I study them all, because all of them have produced some greatness that needs to be researched. And studying one, you might get an understanding of, a particular science, easier than, it depends on what gate you come through. And so that's what you have to do in order to get a full spectrum of understanding. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And we are from right here. G say you from right here, and that very well could be. But that technology from the Olmecs that's right here, that technology come from over there. You see, so when did they get over here? You see, when did they get over here? They've been coming over here. So it's been a clear connection with the motherland. So when people say here, okay, I understand what you're saying, but it's always been a dynamic of the family coming across the water consistently, you see, and bringing technology that can be easily traced back. Give it to tomorrow. I got to check it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, SETI University, check it tomorrow. I'm going to have to go on there and do some things. I had to play with them, but it'll be back. I'm going to make sure it'll be back up tomorrow. Just check it tomorrow, and I'll make sure it's up there. Okay? Don't worry about it. Check it tomorrow. Say you can't. It'll be back up tomorrow. I'll be on it. He say, El Law say life didn't start in Africa. Where it started at then? And if it didn't start in Africa, how did so much? If it didn't start in Africa, it's obvious that the science in Africa is greater than any other continent. So explain to me, how did they, if they started, why didn't, they must have reached their pinnacle in Africa. You got to make it, yeah, but all this one landmass is, I'm not going to go with that. You see, because I know better than that. You see what I'm saying? That's a theory. And most scientists say, even if this shit was a one landmass, I mean, as long as we've been on the planet, this motherfucking continent's been where they at. Ain't nobody seen, ain't no motherfucker been in Africa and then another motherfucker in South America, and they documented when this shit started pulling apart. So you don't have no primary sources that tell you when this shit pulled apart and how long it's been pulling apart. You would think that would be millions of years. And if people had reached a certain level where they could document, they would have been telling you this shit all along. It would have been hundreds of thousands of years of documentation of when this shit pulled apart. But see, the thing is, I know better than that, because when you go down into this motherfucking earth, it's so many levels of stone and shit and granite. That's why when them motherfuckers get on them jackhammers and they hit that goddamn earth, that shit be bending goddamn jackhammers. So it's stone, it's granite, and you see what I'm saying? Yeah, the ocean has a floor, but ain't no goddamn granite just gonna float away. Now, when you talking about like Arabia and that parted from Africa, eventually, yeah, something like that. But you can see or some can get up, but not no whole goddamn land mass. And the thing is, it didn't move. That water got in there and washed that damn land out of there. That's different than moving. So like I've been in the Great Rift Valley. I was in Ethiopia in the Great Rift Valley. I seen this shit for myself, and the land is pulling apart. So what it is, you know, and you can look down into that shit. It's cracking, and yeah, it is pulling apart. And what happens is the water, once it crack enough where that damn sea can get up in there, it washes the land out of there. It's not moving apart. It's just getting up in there and it's washing that damn land out of there. Ain't no goddamn way, no continents that got granite and all this shit to the bottom of the goddamn, on the ocean floor. It's not moving on no goddamn ocean floor. Come on, man. We ain't in no bathtub. There ain't no rubber duckies and shit. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no rubber duckies like that. This land has got granite all the way down to the goddamn ocean floor is granite. You see, ain't no continent just gonna wash away like that. Now, like I said, with Arabia, by being so close to Africa, that the water eventually went up in there and washed that shit out of there. That's really what happened. But it wasn't like the land just kept that floating away. It ain't floating away. It's just washing the land out of there. God damn, man. Look at go dig. When you see motherfuckers dig deep down into them ground, you can see the level of granite all the way down. That shit heavy. How the fuck granite? And you imagine a stone, nigga, that's 12 tons. Now, you imagine continents with granite all the way to the bottom. How that shit just gonna float away like that? Not gonna float. That's bullshit. You know, the Pangea, and the crazy thing is you got to watch how these motherfuckers is creating these maps. You know what I'm saying? Because these maps ain't what they what you believe. Yeah, because Africa is far larger than what it seemed to be. So if Africa, and they make it seem like South America can fit right into Africa and shit like that, but Africa is gigantic. You know what I'm saying? So you have to watch these maps. That's just like I was watching a map today, and they were showing how, they show South America, right? And really, South America is not right under North America. They show it like that. You see what I'm saying? They show it like it's right under North America, but really it's to the east. It's to the east of North America. And so when you draw a line damn near, say for instance, from I believe when I saw the dam, it wasn't even New York. It was somewhere down in Miami. And they drew the line straight down from Miami, and damn near all of South America was to the east of Miami. But they make it seem like it's right up under North America, and it's not. It's to the east. And so they were saying, I don't understand why they don't call it Southeast America, because it's really not South. It's not sitting right up under North America. So really these maps that motherfuckers is drawing is some self-created maps. These motherfuckers remind me of these goddamn medieval motherfuckers when they be drawing all these crazy ass maps and shit. So that's the reality of that. So ain't no goddamn, even like I say, that Pangea is a myth. And even if people want to believe it, man, that shit, even if it was, most scientists say that as long as man been on this motherfucker, the continents been where they been. Ain't no motherfucking way. Imagine that, man. And look how Arabia is still close to Africa. You know how long it would take for two goddamn big ass continents to fucking, to separate like that? Man, please, man, stop playing. You know, say there's more lands beyond the ice wall. Could be. I like to see the motherfucker that documented it. If you're on here, family, right now, I want you to hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that subscribe button, like these videos so we can share this information with our people. Yeah, he said, all right, he'll say, show me. Yeah, I like to see that my damn self. They always saying something, half these niggas ain't been no further than the corner store. And they be saying, man, there's some shit behind it. And I ain't talking to the good brother. I'm just saying. They be like, man, it's something beyond it. Motherfucker, you ain't even been the goddamn, you ain't been the next state over, nigga. Yeah, and motherfucker ain't even been the next state over. And motherfucker, man, this is a goddamn planet over there and behind that planet, nigga. Nigga, if you don't get off that Xbox and that PlayStation with that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you bullshit, nigga. You got them little, them little balls that hang from, how they got the string that hang down from the ceiling and shit, like the little babies and shit. They be having the little thing you wind up over the baby bed and shit with the little planets and shit. And they be spinning around for the little kitties and, they be in the back. Goo. Nigga, you got one of them. Talking about you, astronomical master and shit. But I'm just playing with y'all, man. Let's have this conversation tomorrow. I'm gonna bring it back most definitely. I want to talk about it. I got some more videos, and don't you miss it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation to African education and confrontation. Black Power.